The lionfish invasion happening in the Gulf and Caribbean waters is something few people are aware of.
This is Greek to me. I have no idea.
When Stephanie and Dustin heard the only way to clean the reefs of this invasive species was by diving down and shooting them, they booked their flight to Florida right away.
I was a little scared being under the water, down there with sharks.
Beautiful colors, though.
Hunting underwater is amazing.
God's gonna cut them down.
When I heard that lionfish is an invasive fish, that nothing eats it, it needs hunters to take care of this problem, I was just like, this is like a no-brainer. We need to do this. I mean, not just because it would be fun, but because that's what we do as hunters. We're conservationists. If we don't take care of what precious stuff that we have, well, what are we doing it for? We're doing it just like the liberals say we are. You know, to hang a bird or hang a trophy or hang something on the wall. And I don't know, I just think we all got to do our part. And I love to dive, so it was just a perfect match for me. Good morning. Good to see you.
Sir, all right. I am Captain TJ Connoisseur with Off the Wall Adventures and Outfitters out of Lakeland, Florida. The goal was to go out to about 20-25 feet of water. I had some divers out there yesterday. They got one dive in. Visibility was awesome, they said, in 80 feet of water. Pretty much 40, 50 foot of this. They can see almost top to bottom out there. Water temperature, I mean, they were wearing board shorts. They didn't even need a wetsuit. And they said there was lionfish all over the reef.
Awesome.
So they've already scouted it out.
Get out there and plop down and find some, huh?
Yes, sir. A normal day for lionfish, with the customers will show up here at the dock by 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll get them all set up with their gear before we leave the dock. We'll do our safety briefing. And then from there, we're going to ask them how comfortable they are as far as diving and how far they want to go. And we'll tell them where their lionfish are basically hanging out right now is between 80 and 120 feet of water. So if they're advanced divers and they're comfortable, we're going to go ahead and head out 30 miles offshore and mark the spot for them. And then we're going to drop a couple divers in. We believe in safety, so we want everybody to dive together. So they'll drop down and they'll work the reef and shoot the lionfish, come on up and give us the okay when they get to the surface. We'll bring their catch on board and we'll move to the next spot and drop 2 more divers. If they said there's still plenty down there, we'll send 2 more divers right behind them. So we'll take 6 divers out, do 3 drops, 2 in each group, and send them out. The owner and founder, zookeeper for the Lionfish Containment, will be coming out with us today too. So, Lee, how you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
How are you?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Brayman.
Ali, hi.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Ali, pleasure.
Thank you for doing this with us.
Oh, this is awesome. Anytime to go and kill some lionfish, get ready to get addicted.
I know, I can already see that happening.
First one you shoot, it's like Angry Birds. You're gonna go nuts for the next time.
Let's go get them. Let's go get on.
Let's do it. Let's get them.
When we started thinking about going to Florida on a lionfish spear gun trip, this is Greek to me. I have no idea. I've never been spear gun hunting. I was a little scared being under the water, you know, down there with sharks and, you know, I don't have gills, so everything's got to work right. I'm gonna tell you something. It was quite an adventure.
So we were going to be out about 30, 35 miles offshore, 100 feet of water. We had some scouts out there looking. They said they saw plenty of lionfish out there on the pipeline. The natural gas pipeline coming in from Alabama to the port of Manatee here is a great railway for those lionfish. They get out there and they just move up and down this rock system in the pipeline out there.
At any point during the dive, say, what is the max?
I mean, anytime you go 80 feet below water, you better be thinking about what you're doing.
All right, guys, we were about 28 miles offshore on what we call a mitigation site. This is limestone rocks that we believe that were put out here when they put the natural gas pipeline in. So in order to dig up the reefs and to put the pipeline in, they had to mitigate. It's about an acre field, nothing but limestone rocks. Some come up about 10 feet, some are just real shallow. 75 feet, we should have about 30, 35 minutes at this site here. And the water temperature is a good 86, 87 degrees. It's very nice and warm, so there's no thermal pipes.
So hunting lionfish, always be methodical. Okay, when you're going to shoot the lionfish, to up to the point that it's in the zookeeper, you pull your spear out and there's no lionfish. Just make sure every step you keep an eye on that fish. Pull the band, aim at the fish, and then just let go. Like always grab the pole spear. Don't let the pole spear leave your hand. There you're ready, Captain.
We're ready? Let's do this.
This segment is brought to you by Melon Creek Outfitters, Texas free-range hunting at its best. With a 110,000-acre ranch and 3,000 square foot lodge, clients can hunt deer, hog, turkey, predators, and more. Melon Creek Outfitters, raising standards, not fences.
All right, our divers just went down. They're going to be dropping down about 75, 80 feet. We're going to continue circling them as they move across the structure on the bottom. They're hunting for the lionfish. We just try to stay on top of them with the boat, keep up with their bubbles, and as they come up, we pick them up, get them back on the boat, safe and secure.
You know, it's a whole new world down there. I feel like I'm a pretty good hunter. You know, when I'm up here, this is in my backyard. I feel very comfortable. You dive down to 95 feet deep, and you're in a whole new food chain. I mean, you might be the biggest fish down there or the biggest thing down there, but you also might not be. And it's kind of like going somewhere that you've never hunted before, because once you go down there, we're hunting.
The first dive site on the way to the offshore pipeline is only around 75 feet deep. And just as TJ suspected, recreational divers have harvested all the lionfish from this spot, so the team heads to the surface.
That was pretty fun. We only saw one lionfish.
Oh, really?
I used all my hair real fast. I was looking and I couldn't do nothing about it. It was going and I was breathing.
So some big fish. So what does that mean as far as,
It's just kind of
have you been here before? You good,
3 years
been
ago I
picked
came
over?
here. 3 years ago I came here and picked up 200 of them. Every year I've been coming back and getting quite a few. This is the first time this year. Somebody must have been here. So they cleaned them out. There's only one lionfish down there.
But he'll do as much damage as a larger one. So this is a lionfish.
All those are the big ones.
All those. He's got 13 on his dorsal. So these are venomous. So the venom is on the surface. So he's got 13 on his dorsal. He's got one on each pectoral, one there and one there. And then he's got 3 anal spines right there.
They have a lot of protection.
Yep.
That's why nothing likes to eat them.
So what are we doing now? What would you like to do now?
I think we probably need to go a little deeper. That was 84 feet, 85 feet through there. Ali says about 90 feet. So might have to just go another mile or so out. It's just a couple miles from here. So it'd be a nice ledge.
Now what, so diving now, we have to stay on the top for so long?
So probably a minimum of 45 minutes we'll want to be on the surface. Our computers will dictate everything that we need to do. So it's tracking our dive throughout the day, it's tracking our nitrogen level, it's tracking our oxygen intake.
Mine says no fly.
No fly, yes. 24 hours, no fly. Hey guys, we've been up for an hour and a half, so let's gear up and go.
I'm excited. When am I never excited?
Dive, dive, dive.
These guys doing their surface interval time, waiting out their time on the surface. I went down and scouted out some fish, found a few, shot one nice hogfish, so they should do pretty good. From the time I was 8 in the Keys, you didn't ever see a lionfish. Then we started seeing them and they just exploded. They took over everywhere. Then people found out, you can shoot them, you can eat them. They pretty well cleaned them out down there. I started diving out here about 5 years ago, and there were quite a few. I mean, it was nothing to go shoot 75 or 100 fish, on 2 dives. Over the last probably 2 to 3 years, if you hit a reef and you get, 10 or 12 off of it,
you've done pretty good. So I think it's making a difference.
When I first started out, our first dive, I was so nervous. You know, it had been many years since I've dove. I've never dove with a weapon in my hand that I was actually going after an animal. You know, as we went through the day and started making more dives, it started getting more comfortable. I started dropping down faster. I had more time down there. I knew what to do when we saw lionfish. And it got addicting. I mean, I wanted more of it. I wanted to dive again. I wanted to stay down longer. And the more lionfish we got, it was just, you know, we put them in the zookeeper. I mean, as we were putting them in there, I wanted to get another one. One I shot that got off, Ali stuck him, brought him out, and like I guess he had stuck him in a bad spot, so he let me stick him on the ground. That's a mounter, shoulder mount him.
You can mount this. You want to hold it?
No. All right, here goes our lionfish going in the ice bucket. Man, they're just an incredible looking animal. I mean, a fish. They're an incredible looking fish. It's just crazy to hear the story and all the knowledge and being educated on what these fish are doing and why we're here doing it. It's not only fun, but we're doing some good too. I mean, it's just like hunting. All of us hunters, we have a different goal in mind than just shooting an animal to eat it. This is actually helping the environment. When we take deer out of the herd, we're keeping the numbers down so that they're healthy. Just like we're doing this, you know, we're taking these out because they're not supposed to be here. This is a good positive thing, and it's a lot of fun.
So lionfish are very site specific. Once they find an area, they stay in that area. They won't travel.
So they won't tag a lionfish in one area and then find him 5 miles down the reef. He's going to pretty much stay right there.
Yeah, within a mile.
Go into the food spot.
No, that's interesting. When the food is gone, they hibernate.
Really?
You can starve a lionfish for 3 months and lose only 10% of its body weight.
What an interesting.
So they just wait until the food comes back.
It's the perfect invader. Yeah.
You're going to be. Dive. Who's behind?
One specific thing that people didn't realize is how fast they populate. They breed every 2 weeks, and they will have up to 2,000 eggs that just go everywhere. They don't just stay in one place and hatch. They go everywhere. They get caught in the current and they take off, and next thing you know, you got lionfish everywhere, everywhere, everywhere.
For more information, contact Off the Wall Adventures and Outfitters.
First couple dives were a little learning curve, but by the third or fourth dive, I was fired up. I had no idea how going down there and hunting, how much fun that would be. That was probably top of my list, right next to coyote hunting. When you're diving underwater, it's another world. People say that, but literally it's another world. Once you go under, it's just, everything's different. It's like I guess, the difference between night and day. You know, light on and light off. It's just a total different atmosphere. It's quiet. I mean, the fish, that's their home, and we're definitely not, you know, something that's normally in their home. So it's a total different world. Hunting underwater is amazing. I'm ready to go
See
again.
how you get hooked. What would this be considered? This is like going out shooting with your bow, pigs coming to a corn pile maybe?
It's nothing like it, actually. It's way better. I mean, you could have hunt underwater, I guess. I just didn't, it took me a minute to get acclimated after that bull crab in my mask, and then I was sucking up too much air, and then I was kind of worried about that, and just getting my buoyancy. But once you get that, oh my God, it's epic.
Shot perfect.
Dude, I'm telling you, she didn't miss
The
it
first
like
one
you
I
did
think
yesterday.
I missed one a while ago.
She didn't miss any of hers.
I mean,
Next time we'll send these two down. You'll show him how to do it right.
just saying, mine's got to be more in the
Did
bucket.
you? I want to do that again and again and again. Look at that.
That is a big.
That's a Hockenheimer.
Yeah. Dang.
He's gonna be tasty, huh?
With a cooler full of lionfish, the crew heads to a local fish house to sell some of their catch before going to get the rest of it cooked up for themselves.
Hey, Dave.
Lionfish for you today.
Hey, great. How you guys? Fantastic.
So this is your fish market shop.
Yeah, I'm Dave. I'm the owner here, Key West Seafood here on Gulfport.
So this is kind of neat to see this side of it.
Owning the shop, it allows us to bring it in, educate people about lionfish and how tasty they are, and they're not going to die because they're venomous or poisonous. It's becoming more and more popular as a food.
Have you noticed?
Instead of just harvesting them and killing them.
You've noticed that people are actually maybe looking for the meat now, or just?
We get calls. I actually have an online store, and I've got a 3-pound lionfish order to send to Chicago.
Cool.
So this is fantastic.
I might have a 3-pounder in there.
Yeah.
I shot the big ones. He just shot the little ones.
Right.
Well, I think we're gonna get to eat some later. I'm
Awesome.
excited. Yeah.
Awesome. Who's going to be the chef?
Island Grill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Island Grill and Terra Verde.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing that.
Great.
That's pretty cool because that's 2 fish that I actually went down 95 feet to catch, and now they're right here and somebody can buy them. He's made income off them. He's gonna make income off of them. And we saved a reef, really, and a lot of fish. We saved a lot of fish. That is really kind of cool, Dustin.
It is.
We did that.
You know, every time we've ever went hunting, you know, we took it to our table or we donated to somebody, but this actually was an economy booster or somebody made some money off of it.
That's really cool. I like that.
It was finally time to cook up these flaky fish, and TJ had everyone set up for a hook and cook over at the Island Grill and Raw Bar in Tierra Verde.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm Stephanie.
Ryan, nice to meet you.
Dustin.
Ryan, nice to meet you.
You're gonna cook our fish that we caught.
Absolutely, got a little lionfish. We're gonna
I know,
blacken
I
it
went
up.
to 90 feet to catch that.
I have not actually been out and caught any myself. We've had a few people bring it in. It's a really good fish. We do a cook catch here, so you can go out and catch your fish, bring it in. As long as it's cleaned up and filleted like this fish is right here, we'll cook it right in-house. Serve it up family style.
Well, this is my first experience with eating lionfish. I've seen them and just when I've been down there, I've seen them fishing, but I've never eaten it, so I'm excited. I like white flaky fish, so.
Well, you're in for a treat then. Here you guys go.
Wow, that looks awesome.
It is
So we
very
did
pretty.
the fresh citrus salsa on top and a little like slack.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. We're excited to try our lionfish. So, watch this. I did that to him yesterday.
That's good. That is really good.
It was amazing.
Stephanie and Dustin were naturals in there. The whole crew, I mean, we were able to find the lionfish. They were able to go down and harvest some. It's really been an honor and an adventure to work with them on this. They kept it real. I mean, it's really hard, and I'm sure other people will understand when I say they kept it real, is that this was not a drama show. This is all real, and they really enjoyed going down there harvesting these things. So yeah, it's been a really epic adventure.
It kind of compares to hunting on land. You know, when we're on land, we're hunting an animal where it lives. You know, the only difference is we live on land too. So when we go underwater, we're hunting. We're trying to be stealthy. You know, we're slipping along the ridges looking for fish and trying to not spook anything. And then when we see a lionfish, we slowly come up to him, you know, wait on the perfect shot. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen just like we're hunting on land. We're just floating in the water. When I'm down there, I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, but as I keep doing it, I'll get better at it.
It was so much fun. I loved to dive before. I loved to look around and see the reef, see the fish, but when they introduced hunting underwater for me, well, that's a whole different ball game, and it was fun.
Heavenly Father, we would like to pause and give thanks for these things that so often get taken for granted. We know that none of this would be possible without your infinite wisdom, mercy, and love for all of us. We thank you for the countless blessings you give us and ask that you show us daily how to live our lives according to your will. We also ask that you guide our nation back toward your desires. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.